Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We are doing overtime on WRASTLE Talk. I'm Lou. This is Mario. We already recorded our Royal Rumble review. Mario did an excellent job on that one. Please like, subscribe, comment, app on Spotify, 5 stars. Let's go. Mario, this is overtime because it was a lot of shit, man. You talked about in that one, and we didn't want to go too long. But one thing I gotta know, bro. Let's get more into the Rumble because a lot of people don't know like the storylines. What makes sense? What don't make sense? Because you said in the Royal Rumble, right? You had all the big hitters in there, right?
Yep.
So we knew that it wasn't going to be none of those people. So why is your Uncle Paul? Because I wanted to ask you this while I was doing the Royal Rumble one. Why is your Uncle Paul and these people saying that I'm going to win the Royal? CM Punk's going to win it. John Cena's going to win it. Roman's going to win it. And what the hell's the favorite with with CM and what's his name? Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody's asking about this WrestleMania shit. Who is? Because S-Man asked me about this, and another person asked me as well. So let's get into overtime, man. Let's dig deep into this shit. As of last night at the Royal Rumble, we already know Jay is going to not main event. First of all, it's not going to be a main event because they're not going to
No.
have those two as a main event. I wish they stopped saying that shit. What would you do personally, your choice, with 4 wrestlers? We got Roman, you got CM, you got who's the other one? Seth and Drew. I want those 4. Nobody else. Those 4. You got Seth, Drew, CM, and Roman. What would you do with that?
Seth, CM Punk, and Roman.
Yes. Storyline wise, this is going into Elimination Chamber for WrestleMania.
Possible put them in the elimination chamber. You already know that Cena's going to be in there. Who else will probably be in there?
But
Logan Paul.
it's 6 guys, right? I know 2
Yeah.
starts off 4 cages, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I would say the last 6.
the last 6. So you think it's going to be Seth, Roman,
Cena, Logan
CM.
Paul, either LA Knight or Damian Priest. I say LA Knight.
Do you need Logan? I guess for entertainment
Not,
purposes, right?
not necessarily, but like for entertainment purposes, because not many people like him, and he brings that heat.
Bro, but what's the storyline for this shit? Because I'm telling you, I said it last time too. I don't believe Cody's going to have this title. I don't know. Everybody's saying he got injuries and all this shit. And I'm telling you, if you
Well,
look on the internet, I mean, it makes no sense what they're doing with this title.
well, here's the thing. They're announcing John Cena as his farewell tour. I see John Cena breaking the streak becoming 17th time at WrestleMania.
Bro, he can barely wrestle. You saw him at the Royal Rumble. I don't know who was worse, CM or him, because he can barely move. He can't do it anymore. He's about to go overseas and do another fucking movie, and then he's gonna come back and win it and win the Elimination Chamber. Plus, you
Well,
got
like I said before, it'll be better if Cena puts someone over. I was expecting John Cena and Gunther at WrestleMania. Put Gunther over. Make him look a little bit stronger. Of course, that's not going to happen. They let Jey Uso on. Okay, fine. I get that. But what do you do with John Cena and a championship run? Because you know that's what's going to happen. And what do you do after the fact? Because you said it before, Cody Rhodes ain't walking out of WrestleMania with that belt, or he may not even show up.
He's not. There's no way in hell you gonna have that. There's no way possible. Because they had to protect Cody. They've been protecting Cody since last WrestleMania. I mean, you haven't given him one good match yet, except Kevin, and you still stretching that one out.
This is what WWE needs to do. I don't know how much longer Bruce Pritchard is out on medical leave or what he has going on,
That's
but
bullshit.
find some way to get his insight. Bring outside help because you can easily fuck up WrestleMania as of right now.
It's already fucked up
There are
already.
many people.
It's fucked up already. It really is. I mean, think about it, dude. Like, listen, it's no offense against Jay.
Yeah,
I got no offense against Jay.
this ain't about him.
Okay, you want to put him over? That's great. You know, you already told the story with him losing to him at, before on Raw, and he lost to him on main event, and now he's going to take the title. Listen, it's already scripted. You see it. He's going to win the title at Mania. Whoop de fucking do. All right. But what are you doing with those four guys? And when you going to put a cherry on top on Roman and Seth? And when you going to put a cherry on top on the Seth and CM? And how long you going to drag this Drew shit with him hatred of Roman? He hates CM. Everybody hates everybody. Okay, so what? You put them all in elimination chamber, right? You think that's going to solve it? When you going to put a cherry on top of this shit? Or are you going to take this to SummerSlam? Right? I mean,
Yeah,
when you going to tie these stories together? Like, why you got all these stories? And there's too many stories for the top stars, and you're not doing. Who was the person asking that? The girl, Becky. You're not doing nothing for the middle card. You're not doing nothing for the women. So you tell me right now, how would you top off one storyline? How would you top off the Seth and CM? Like, done with it. Done. Because I'm tired of it. Think about that.
actually, I wouldn't even have that match on the card. I wouldn't. It's fucking confusing right now.
It's
I don't know
confusing.
I don't know where they're going with this. I
So,
really don't.
did it make sense to you that Seth stomped Roman
No,
twice?
no.
That made no sense. Now, I know that Roman was with it. According to reports, I don't know if it was shoot or work or whatever. He was upset. Drew was upset. Everybody's upset on the outcome of the match. So I'm like, is this not going the way it's supposed to go? Because when you gonna put cherry on top of Seth and Roman, like how long you gonna carry that shit over?
Yeah.
I don't understand. So if you had your way, if you could tell a story off of this for Cody's sake, for Cody, okay, your favorite, your fucking buddy, your Uncle Paul, would you have Cody lose the title at WrestleMania against one of those four, or have a fake injury keep him out? He gives a sorrowful speech that he probably get on SmackDown or whatever, that he can't compete at WrestleMania, and then build up another story, which I guarantee I see this shit coming. I thought about this. He'll come on SmackDown saying, all right, I can't compete, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later or a month later he can compete at WrestleMania. I mean, I'm just, dude, I don't understand what you're doing with Cody because you haven't had a plan for him yet. Like, explain to me, try to make sense of this Cody shit, please. Because somebody got to win this title.
Okay. You may not like what I have to say,
Probably.
but there, Cody Rhodes is pulling off a Shawn Michaels. You remember back then how in WrestleMania 13, Shawn Michaels talked about, oh, he fucking lost his smile, had to surrender the title and this and that shit.
Yeah.
That's what the fuck WWE is pulling with Cody Rhodes. A fucking injury and shit like that, or whatever they want to call it, a work or a shoot or whatever. I don't know if Cody Rhodes is going to be at WrestleMania, but traditionally, the champion going into WrestleMania is supposed to lose the belt to the Royal Rumble winner. That's not going to happen. Not
That's
with this particular belt, not with this particular championship, not with this particular main event status.
you know what?
So what? So what do you have left if Cody Rhodes is not champion? You put the belt up at Elimination Chamber. Is it possible that John Cena might win the belt at Elimination Champion, go into WrestleMania as the champion, and then surrender the belt to whatever challenger? The question is, who?
You know what? Since you said the Shawn Michaels, I lost my smile thing. If you think about the Kevin Owens promo, no, sorry, not the Kevin Owens, the CM promo. We said, yeah, you might not be built for this, and you starting to snap, and people, the announcers are saying Cody's changing, and too much on the schedule, and all this shit. Is this the beginning of what you said about he gonna give up the title? Like, you really think they gonna copycat off the Shawn Michaels thing? That's what you're saying, right?
Highly likely.
So if you do that, so you think they gonna put the title up that quick at Elimination Chamber, have John Cena win the title, and then we don't know who's gonna challenge him because Jay's gonna pronounce he's gonna go after Gunther. So I'm trying to figure out how's that gonna make sense for WrestleMania. I mean, it
It
kind
won't
of
make sense.
does.
It won't make sense to put it like that because there's layers of shit happening in the moment where WWE has to figure out what they're gonna do, storyline telling, booking, what they're gonna do with the outcome of the match, who's going in, who's not going in, and what the end result's gonna be for WrestleMania.
All right. Well, you already know the first four because they basically said it. They basically hooked up for Royal Rumble. All right. That's Seth, Drew. Sorry, Sammy. You got to put Sammy in there. You got to put Sammy in there. Don't forget, Sammy now is conflicted with this whole Kevin Owens shit. He wants his shot. All right. Logan Paul. I don't think Logan's gonna be in this. I really don't. I don't think Logan's gonna be in it. I think that's a mistake to put Logan in that shit. But you got Seth, you got Drew, you got Sammy, you got Roman, you got CM, and you got John Cena. This makes no sense right here with the Cena thing. Like, I'm done with it. I'm trying to figure out why you doing this shit. And everybody's on the internet saying, what about The Rock? Right? What about The Rock? All right. I want to say this on the show, but I'm glad we're doing the WRASTLE Talk overtime. Because this is something I found out. I don't know if you knew this. You probably knew about this, right? It's about The Rock, right? One of your favorites. I don't know, you like John Cena or The Rock more. I don't know who you like more.
Don't put me in that spot.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, The Rock, he, he is on the board of TKO, right? Mario, he's on the board of TKO, okay? He's getting paid $30 million. $30 million. He's getting $30 million, okay? In his contract, what I didn't know this, he has 3 matches. He signed 3 matches in his contract. Guess what? He already had 1. Now he has 2 more matches left. Think about that, sir. How's he tying in for now, SummerSlam, or next year? How would you use his 2 matches? Because he got 2 left. It's like 3 wishes. Now he got 2 matches left. Because all these storylines don't make no sense. Everybody's saying with Brock and Rock and all this shit. Rock only has 3 matches. He signed for 3 matches. He gets $30 million to be on a board seat, which he don't fucking be there for probably. So what would you do with The Rock's last 2 matches? Storyline purpose.
Storyline purposes. Well, he has that belt that the widow of Muhammad Ali gave to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unify that belt. with with the Undisputed. That's one match.
When?
Good question.
When?
That's the $1 million question. I don't know. Maybe WrestleMania, maybe SummerSlam. Because one of his other matches has to be his goodbye matches where he loses.
This, uh, I mean, on a real note, do you think your buddy, which by the way, he's going to Hall of Fame, which I don't fucking get, but whatever. Do you really feel he's doing a good job storyline telling? To being the head of creative? I mean, all jokes aside, seriously.
This is what Paul Levesque needs to do. He needs to let someone take over right now. He needs to get outside help. A lot of people are fucking pissed off at the outcome of the Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not so much at Jey Uso, because honestly, I'm happy that he got his recognition.
Okay.
But you talk about the outcome and storylines and predictability. Paul Levesque needs the fucking outside help.
Oh yeah.
To plan WrestleMania the way he did last year. None of this bullshitting, let's see what works, let's see what doesn't work, let's tease people and, try to do this shit. He needs to get this right.
He all fucked up already, bro. You can't get nothing right. First of all, he had nothing hardly anything to do with last year. So that's not give him that much credit. Because he hadn't, this is all the Rock shit. You even said yourself, the Rock he planned all that shit out.
Yeah.
He changed the storyline. He changed the narrative. Because that wasn't how it was supposed to went down. Rock changed it. All these other matches and this and that, I will give him credit about splitting up the tag team titles. I'll give him that credit. Dude, the biggest problem with him is he wants to be fair. Ever since he took over creative, think about this. You've had way too many botches. Way too many botches. You know why? Because you're giving people too much time off. They're not practicing enough. They're not getting in enough. When Vince was there, and I'm sorry, everybody gonna hate me for doing Vince. It was more business, and let's get down to business. You're gonna work. You're gonna work. Just like you said, there's no champions taking time off and all this shit. Okay, you're going to work for this company. He wants to be Mr. Fucking, I gotta have this, you can have this time off, you gotta be with your families. Dude, you wanna be with your families? Get out of fucking business and go be with your families. This is not the business for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of him. But you're right, he does need to get out. He needs outside help. I think he'll call his daddy back. That's what I think. I think he'll call his daddy.
Oh.
Call his daddy.
In the perfect world, that would make sense and be able to happen, but considering everything that's happened with this company, Vince McMahon, and everything in between, we both know damn well that ain't gonna happen.
Well, he needs to call. Well, he copies off his daddy anyway, so he basically having it anyway. But let me ask you a question. I know we're going to talk about it later on, but I want to get into it now. I want your opinion, because I'm not going to give my opinion about this motherfucker. But when you've heard that he was going to be nominated for or be put in the Hall of Fame, like, what do you think about him being put in the Hall of Fame?
And I'm going to separate Triple H and Paul Levesque, because you got Paul Levesque, the man that pays taxes. You got Triple H, the professional wrestler.
The character.
1997 King of the Ring, Royal Rumble winner, Intercontinental Champion, European Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, multiple accolades, star power, star driven. I love his performance in the ring. I'm a big fan of his. Yes. He always, so many creative things he did with Generation X. Evolution, talking about putting people over, and that time frame helped develop Dave Batista's career as well as Randy Orton. So you know that he's a given person in that aspect. He in that aspect, Triple H, the professional wrestler, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Solo. Without Generation X. Paul Levesque, the man that pays taxes, is in a difficult position right now.
Yeah, he sucks. Hey, dude, he sucks. I mean, he talking about you give him way too much credit, bro. You give him way too much credit. I'm sorry.
No, I separated the two.
I do. I know
I,
you giving him Triple H character way too much credit. You know what I mean? The only thing I'll give him credit for, I will give the character. What was it back in 90s, early 2000s? Like he came at the right time of the heel. He elevated the heel with Steph, the Sledgehammer, Stone Cold Rock. I'll give him that credit. Evolution, I give him a small credit for that one. The DX thing, that wasn't his idea. That was Shawn's. Give him the title 14 times. Okay, whatever. This is my thought about this, and I'm only going to say this once. You're right. You got to separate the man from the character, right? The character, should he be in the Hall of Fame right now? No, as a character. I think it's too early for him. I think you're doing it to put him over with the whole TKO thing. He's a savior of creativity. No, you're confusing the two. Because he's a good character, but you could probably have others more than him. If they don't put a McMahon in the next 2 to 3 years, I don't care if it's Vince, Stephanie, or Shane, that's bullshit. You don't put him in before any McMahon. I don't agree with him going in. If you want to put somebody in, you should have put Steph in. Will they ever put Vince in? How's everything going right now? I don't think they ever gonna put him in. It'll be a miracle if I see Vince go in. But you better put Stephanie in. Stephanie should have went first. She should have went first. Shane, you don't want to put him in, that's fine. But you should have put Steph in first. A matter of fact, you can put Linda in. I don't give a shit.
I can see Linda, Stephanie, maybe even Shane McMahon saying yes.
Yeah.
But what Vince McMahon, the man himself, would he even accept that recognition, considering he doesn't like being mentioned in TV, he doesn't like being out there in public,
No.
getting that recognition. He said that before.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it. It ain't about him.
But the business.
It's about the business.
And that's
Do
where
you
people get it confused.
do you honestly think that BKM, Mr. McMahon, Vincent Kennedy McMahon would accept that? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the answer is gonna be no. Even if they do decide to want to induct him, and it would be Stephanie to induct him, I honestly believe that Vince McMahon would say no.
Probably. If you don't want to put Vince in, I'll be highly disappointed because you wouldn't have nothing about Vince. I've said this before many, many times. You wouldn't have nothing about Vince. But I'm tired of them giving Triple H all this credit for credit is due. Don't forget, for 20 years, Vince was right. He was right behind Vince's side. And obviously, he still haven't learned shit about creative because he was right behind Vince, right beside Vince. I don't know who the fuck he learned from, but whatever. You gotta give him some credit. You gotta give him some credit. I'll get to my complaint department next month because I got attacked like crazy over this overtime for this Royal Rumble. Overall, bro, do you feel the Royal Rumble was constructed fairly? And let's talk about the women's. The women's first. Do you think it was a good job with the women's Royal Rumble?
I was confused. it was hard for me to catch up at the same time making notes. I know I had to ask my family, help me keep track because I'm losing sight of what the fuck is happening. You have multiple stars in the ring.
Too many.
Yeah, yes, folks. I'm gonna admit to you right now, on overtime, I needed the fucking help to keep track of the Royal Rumble because
Well,
I
you
didn't know
did.
what the fuck was going on.
He did a damn good job, man. Ladies and gentlemen, go back to the Royal Rumble review. He did a fantastic job doing that shit. You gotta go back and watch that.
I thought it could have been better constructed. I said before, I like the way Pat Patterson organized it, where at most you had maybe 6 participants in at one time, but you were telling storylines throughout the match.
Mm-hmm.
Go back and watch the earlier Rumbles, starting from 98, 90, 91, 92.
True.
See those. See how slow paced that they're telling the story, and compare that to these last 2 Rumbles of this year. You will see much difference.
All right. So, do you feel? Let me ask you a question on another one. Do you feel why did they bring out the U.S. title, the Intercontinental title, and you do nothing for it? You do more for a North American title NXT than you do for the Intercontinental and the U.S. You got 3-hour shows, and you do nothing for them. You keep on having Chelsea go against Michin all the time, which is getting old, and I haven't seen Lara defend that title yet. Why have them? Why have them? Do
I
you
don't think
know?
they know what to do right now.
So, why is this about? I mean, real talk. Your Uncle Paul being fair, like, okay, I'm just gonna give you a belt. I'm gonna give you a belt, and I did that, but have no plan for it. Like, I don't understand because you said this is about giving opportunity for the mid card, but you're not doing nothing for them. See, and I'm sorry, people will get mad at me. Probably will get hatred again, like I always do. But whatever, you know. But you were complaining about Vince, and Mario said it perfectly. When you guys separate Paul Levesque, the taxpayer, to Triple H, the character, right? So now
Yep.
you guys separate Vince McMahon, the creator of WWE, WWF, and the person on the outside, which I have nothing to do with. You're not seeing me defend this man at all. I am talking about what he has created. What you watch every day. You go on X and WRASTLE Talk. By the way, guys, you got files on WRASTLE Talk and X. I'm telling you, it's amazing. You know what I mean? But stop confusing it. This man built an empire. Did he not? He built a fucking empire. You're confusing this shit. Now, you talk about opportunities. At least when he's told stories, you may like it or not. He has storylines for every level. Every level. Even the lower level. I mean, you even had that dumbass 24/7 bullshit. At least you getting people on TV. Something. Okay, you got the speed shit. Okay, speed is what, for X? Well, I gotta go on X at 12 o'clock to go watch this shit for like 2 minutes? Come on now. Seriously? I mean, you're not doing enough for the talent. But you want to say, everybody say, oh, the Triple H, Paul Levesque era. What the fuck, what is he doing? So, did you not see, so we both agreed on the Royal Rumble when Charlotte Flair got it, right?
Yeah.
We know what she's going to do. It's going to be big.
Yeah.
What do you do with Alexa Bliss?
I'd
And
like
what do
to
you
see her.
do with, I'm sorry, it's a two-parter. Do you put her with the Wyatt Six? And why the fuck they not doing nothing with the Wyatt Six? I want to know that shit. Why? The biggest thing, the biggest creation out there, the fans love it, and you're not doing a fucking thing about it. Can you explain this to me? Please, somebody send me a fucking email about this, something. Explain this to me, sir.
Oh, wait. I'm actually on your side on this because this hits heavy on my heart especially with the passing of Bray Wyatt. You bring back a group to honor his legacy, and then you do nothing with it.
That's
I don't know. We don't talk about this fraction enough on this show because WWE is not doing anything with them. It's like you're fucking teasing a group of characters and then you pull them out. You don't do that shit when you honor someone's legacy, especially like Bray Wyatt, who is probably the next phenom of the WWE. But considering the events that happened in his life, COVID, heart failure, whatever the fuck it was, and I'm pretty fucking pissed off about this. You bring his brother back, and this is fucking personal to me because I had to deal with this shit on a personal level. You bring his brother back to deal with, to honor his brother's legacy, and you don't do shit with it. You fucking made it epic storytelling at the beginning with the characters coming out and the bunny, the pig, the scarecrow, whatever. And then you don't do shit with it. You bring back other wrestlers like Eric Rowan. You don't do shit with him. You bring Nikki Cross. You change her character, made it more believable, made it more sexy, appealing, that you want to call that. You don't do shit with it. And then you have Alexa Bliss. You had the fucking opportunity to do something with her. Because I'm going to tell you right now, that character that Alexa Bliss does is probably the only thing that's going to save the Wyatt Six.
Sir, can I ask you a question? Do you feel at least one of the characters, especially Uncle Howdy, should have been in the Royal Rumble?
Hell yes.
One of them.
One of them.
But
Uncle
you,
Howdy, at least,
but you
minimum.
wanted. So out of everybody, who would you have replaced him with?
I show speed.
Man, that's a social media thing. They all about social media. I mean, he was going to be in it no matter what. I would have probably replaced him with. Oh shit! It got to be somebody who didn't really deserve. All of them pretty did. It was somebody. It would had to be somebody you got to replace him with. You know what I mean? There's too many out there, especially.
I would have been. I even would have been okay with him being number 30, replacing that fucking primetime poser.
Oh God. No, well, no, well, no, well, Logan, Logan ain't going places that. You could have did something, but speaking of men's, like you talking about surprises and surprises for the women too. Everybody talked about certain people, but I think they mentioned who was the one that they wanted to see. Oh, what the fuck was his name? The guy from NXT. I thought he was going to be in it. Obafemi. I thought he was going to be in
Oh,
it. He wasn't. He wasn't in it. They talking about what's his name? Alistair Black. He's supposed to. He's supposed to be close to signing.
uh-huh.
There's a lot of people they left out of this. The women's side, the women's side. I don't know. I don't know who you could have had on that one. I mean, there's a lot. B-Fab you could got rid of. You could got rid of half the motherfuckers. Trish Stratus and this and that. But yeah, I'm sorry. Let me go back to the women's joint. Does it make sense to have Nikki Bella and Trish Stratus being there?
No. No one gives a shit about Nikki Bella. Trish Stratus, she doesn't need to be in it. She's taking the opportunity away from someone else.
They both are. I'd rather have had.
Nikki Cross could have been in there.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I thought that would have been good. At least have one Wyatt Six member. Besides, what would have been better? If you would have had Alexis Bliss came in and then you had Nikki Cross come in and do a stare down between them. That would have been fucking gold. But they never touch each other. Have them come in back to back. That's a storyline, which they don't fucking do. So that means they have nothing for the Wyatt Six. Is this not true?
It's true.
Okay. Sir, I tell you right now, I'm glad we're doing this overtime. I know Shaw's go this and that. What is your opinion about Becky? What are they going to do with Becky? Becky Lynch.
At this point, I think WWE missed the opportunity to have Becky Lynch. I don't want to see her. I got nothing against Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch. But right now, considering everything that's going on with WrestleMania, I don't want to see her anytime soon. Um, hold off until after WrestleMania for any
Hmm.
surprise returning.
I think
Um,
I agree with you. I think that's the better. I think that's what they should do. I really do. Back to what S-Man asked me earlier about knowing what's going to happen at WrestleMania. You can guess me all you want. I have no clue what to do with it as the mess it is right now. Because it's a mess. It's a fucking mess. I don't know what you want to do with Roman, the Cody thing. I don't understand what they're doing with that storyline. They're not doing nothing with Wyatt Six. The only storylines coming out of Royal Rumble that's solidified is Charlotte versus Rhea or Tiffy. Now, you asked me on the show, and I thought about this. Go back on the show, you actually like a Royal Rumble review. Which this man, I'm telling you, I don't know how he did it, because I could have done what he did, because we would have talked like 2.5 hours on that motherfucker. That's why we do this damn overtime. So he did a good job with that shit. Rhea Charlotte rematch. Number 3 would have been good because they 1-1 right now in WrestleMania. Tiffy time, putting her over. Because if you do Charlotte Rhea, you got to give the belt to Charlotte. If you do Charlotte Tiffany, I think you put Tiffy over. But with this new character, like I said on the show, on the Royal Rumble one, I like what she's doing with the character about, it's all about her. She's the top girl. And she wants all the gold. I like that. I like that whole personality. That's the only thing out of Royal Rumble that you had solidified for WrestleMania. That's the only good match, which again is going to steal the show. That's every year, I think probably every other year, you have women's matches steal WrestleMania. Steal it. And Rhea and Charlotte has done it twice. Stole the show. I thought Sasha and Bianca stole the show back in the day. But I don't know what they're going to do with this. But let me ask you something on another note, sir. I'm sorry, it's another storyline too. Jacob. What do you do with Jacob now? Because he's going to be fucking huge.
put him with Braun Strowman. Yeah, Braun Strowman.
Do
I
you
want to see that.
do you slowly build Jacob for SummerSlam and beyond?
Put him with Braun Strowman at WrestleMania and slowly build Jacob for something bigger at SummerSlam. I don't know what that would look like, whether it's Roman Reigns or someone else. But Jacob Fatu has the ability to be a solo star on his own without the bloodline. Maybe even down the future if he goes up against Jey Uso for a title.
Hmm. What do you think the favor is for Paul Heyman and CM Punk? When do you think they're going to use that? You think you use it for WrestleMania, SummerSlam, or next year?
I know I would like to see it. Well, logically, it would make sense to use that after WrestleMania to have something else to build on and then have it at SummerSlam. But I see this shit going long form as building it up to next year's WrestleMania because it's been talked about before some kind of friction between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Brock Lesnar, with Paul Heyman being the mouthpiece.
Hmm. So you think Brock's going to actually come back? I don't know. All this shit going on, I don't think he's coming back. You know, I don't think he's coming back. I would like to see him come back, but I don't. All right, you know, since we're on this overtime, let me ask you something else. Are they doing a good job at developing future stars?
Future stars?
Yes.
What future stars?
Men's and women.
No, 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 no. No, I know what you meant. I was just being sarcastic
Oh, okay, my
because you're
bad.
using the same fucking stars over and over again.
Yeah, well, don't forget, his daddy did the same thing too, bro. So his daddy did the same thing. So, but he was a little bit more with the future star shit. But I, I don't know, bro. You know, man, I had to do this overtime with you because I know it's so much meat on the bone here. I,
I mean, like, let's talk about future stars. They could have did something with Otis and Speed. You know, build up Otis. You know, what else they got on here? The Miz and Braun Breaker. That could have been something. You know, magical. You know, what else? Uh, we already discussed Strowman and Fatu. Dominic. You know, I see him. You know, not Damian Priest so much, but you know,
oh
put
God,
him
fuck
with.
Damien. Fuck that shit. Fuck the, sick of his ass, dude. I'm fucking tired of his ass. I'm so tired of his ass. I am, dude. I am so. That's another one getting on my damn last nerve. And Gunther, they don't do shit with him. And future stars, man, bro, they doing such a bad job with all these stars. NXT, you keep on bringing girls and guys down, especially girls down there. You're talking about they got the best division. You're not doing nothing with them. They probably will introduce another title again. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, but I tell you, sir, I'm pretty much done. I know it's one thing, but you know what? I'm sorry, I can't hold it back no more, sir. Can I do my
What's that?
complaint department now? I gotta get this out the way. I don't think I can hold it for another month, man.
All right,
I,
let's do
I, I
it.
don't I don't think I can hold it. You know, and you might agree with me on this shit too, bro. Cause I know they go email me like a motherfucker, like, why you ain't, yeah, blah, 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 and all this shit. And I'm like, you know, you have no idea what I go through with this shit, man. You have no idea. What the fuck is it? I forgot what the fuck I did. There we go. So we gonna wrap this up right here in the complaint department. And you know it's against me. And I know I'm gonna call people out. You know, your buddy Salim's back from Landover, Maryland. He hates me. New one, this off of X, Alpha Dog. CM Punk's the GOAT is back. Cody best ever underscore 585 off of X. And this guy said he's a big fan of yours. Promo Master Daddy 7287. I don't know. I don't know if you heard him before. Promo Master Daddy, whatever. What would I do with Cody since I'm such a big hater against Cody? Since Uncle Paul is the only one who knows what to do with Cody. This is all combined. So I'm doing all this wrong. What would I do with Cody? We already know what Mario would do with Cody, but what would, I guess, and so many curse words that was coming at me, I do with Cody. There's a lot of curse words. I was very hurt by all that shit with all the damn sins against me. I didn't think I deserve all that, but you know, because I don't curse at all. I don't curse at people. Yeah, I mean,
Wait a
that's
minute.
you know,
Well, you don't curse at people. You curse.
you
I
know.
think we turned it down a bit.
Yeah, I think I tuned down a lot. You know what I mean? See, you curse more than me in this fucking episode. Shit.
Well, no, wait. I was highly passionate. That's the term.
Oh, you call that shit passion? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, to you five people and the other four, which I'm not going to entertain because y'all said some shit that I ain't like, so I had to block y'all asses. So, yeah, I mean, and it was an overall thing. Why do I hate Cody and all this shit? He's annoying. I think he's a fraud. I think he is somebody that he just gets on my fucking nerves. Fuck Cody anyway. What I would do with Cody is this right here. And this question came before the Royal Rumble, so I'm glad it did, because all of them came before the Royal Rumble. I would do the whole storyline the way they're doing it. I would take the bit off them, just like you said, or with Shawn Michaels lost a smile shit. Take it off them, let them go about it. Because sooner or later, you gotta have him and Randy go at it. You got to. I don't know, maybe that's next year's WrestleMania. Take the belt off him, give it to CM. Give it to him. So he can have his WrestleMania moment, let him have his title. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too much into it. I just want to address that complaint department. I had to get it out of here. And I'm gonna say something against you guys. This is entertainment. Okay? So you don't gotta get all, bullshit over it. It's entertainment, it's a character, right? Now, I'm gonna be nice, Mary. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good. But yes, fuck Cody for all you guys who like Cody. Thank you so much. All right, sir. There you go. Sir, overall, I'm gonna ask you one last question before we end this overtime. And I know I'm gonna re-ask you this question. Because now it's a mess. With Roman, CM, Drew, and Seth, and now John Cena. How do you fix this problem? Because you can't fix it by WrestleMania. You can't. There's no way you can fix this issue by WrestleMania. You cannot tell enough stories. Even Elimination Chamber can't fix this story. So, is WrestleMania just something to continue story all the way to next year? Because don't forget, next year they're a big time market. It's the first time overseas. They're going to London. Is this something to get you to next year to promote London? What can you do, Uncle Paul Lever? What can you do? Tell me. Tell me, what can you do? What would Mario do? I'm gonna ask you again. I asked you earlier. I'm gonna ask you again. Like, can you fix this by WrestleMania?
I am honestly speechless with no words.
Wow.
And all you're going to hear is crickets.
Wow.
Because at this point,
These crickets.
I don't even know what the fuck to do.
He said crickets, ladies and gentlemen. I'm shocked now. Any other time you got a whole fucking spiel. Now all them damn notes, you don't got nothing in there.
Dude, they're blurring the fucking storylines. They got multiple shit going on. This was unorganized. This was an unorganized Rumble.
Do you have? Or let's say, let me switch it up for you. I'll end it on this. Do you have Cody compete? So you have
No.
six competitors. Do you want Cody to compete at WrestleMania?
Honestly, no.
So you want him to do the Shawn Michaels thing?
Yeah.
And leave and come back?
Yep.
When does he come back?
Next year. Survivor Series Royal Rumble.
Who you want to see to be champion? The undisputed champion. We already know Jay's going to win the World Heavyweight title.
Only logical person is CM Punk. Because you know damn well they ain't going to give it to Roman Reigns. Not right now. They're still building that shit.
So you got CM Punk going to win the title, which I think is a fucking joke. You still, like you said, Roman Reigns. You still got the favorite with Paul Heyman, this and that. I think they have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I think it's the worst storyline ever. And again, Gunther is out in the cold. Because you had, like you said earlier, they did nothing to build Gunther. Nothing. He could have been your biggest heel. My biggest pet peeve on this whole Triple H. By the way, hashtag fire Paul Triple H Levesque. This whole Paul Levesque regime, you are too much baby. Too much baby, no heel. You know and I know heels make a story. You want to have all these babies, that does not make the story. That's for your sponsors. That's for so-called fans. If you want fans to really be invested, and stop with the numbers. We sold out this event. We sold out that event. You know why you're selling out? Because you got all these big-time stars, group them all together. Everybody's coming in. That's the only reason why you're doing it. You're going to slowly see, mark my words right now, pay attention to everybody, everything's going to start coming down. Everybody got Uncle Paul up here, it's going to start coming down because creativity is going down. You said it, the best thing this whole fucking day. Best thing. You know what you said?
What's that?
You said he needs help. Creatively.
I said before, I will be for Paul Levesque when I need to, and I will be against him when I need to. I don't always agree with him. This is going to be one of those times where I'm not agreeing with what the fuck is going on, because I don't want WrestleMania, the biggest show of the year, to get fucked up. That's how passionate of a fan I am. Talk about old school, calling it pay-per-view, not PLEs. Calling them professional wrestlers, professional wrestling, not superstars.
Well, sir, we had our overtime. We need this overtime because if we would did all this shit on the Royal Rumble one, we'd be 3 hours in. so,
Wow.
you know, I'm telling you, man, it's a lot of shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's probably because, like, I know we couldn't get a lot of it. I'm probably going to need overtime for the WrestleMania. I guarantee you that, or some in the future.
Oh, that's going to be work right there.
We're probably going to need overtime for Elimination Chamber because I know that's going to get fucked up. I just know it. That one I won't understand not one bit. And especially on special elimination, we already know Charlotte's going in here and there. Who's going to challenge the other one? Is it going to be elimination? The whole Jade Cargill shit. It's a lot of storylines you got to figure out on the women's division, but they're only doing small bits. So, Becky, I hope they do something with the women's division because they're doing a poor pitch job on that storyline, too. Everybody's returns. They doing all these returns for, what, Raw? On Netflix? I'm done with that shit. I'm done with it. Dude, what you watching? You watching on Peacock or you watching on Raw? The Royal Rumble.
What?
Did you watch it
Raw?
on... Did you watch the Royal Rumble on Peacock or Netflix?
Oh, yeah, I watched it on Peacock.
Yeah, I couldn't even find it on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I looked and I was like, nah, I'm going back to Peacock.
Actually, you know what? I'm watching it on Peacock right now as we did the entire show, Royal Rumble and Overtime.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So, so there you go.
Yeah, right now, well, I'm not going to show what I'm looking at right now, but I can actually describe how Ludwig Kaiser just got eliminated by Pinto. So,
ladies and gentlemen, we will see you. What are we doing next? The Elimination Chamber, right?
Chamber.
Elimination Chamber. All right. Thank you guys so much for checking out WRASTLE Talk Overtime. We see you Elimination Chamber. Peace.